Okay, we're good.
All right, welcome to the November 2024 Mineland Reclamation Board meeting. Nell Wareham, I'll be chairing this brief meeting this morning. Can we do a quick roll call? I see Mr. Mock is here. And
Present.
I know that Stiegelmeier is absent, Nelson's absent, Baker is absent.
No, Baker should actually be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even realize that he wasn't here yet.
Redmond,
He's absent.
absent. And oh, sorry, this video. And then well, I know that there was a talk of we don't have any new board members or anything today, do we?
And he hasn't started today. We do have a new board member, and I do believe
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and give a report on that.
And JDM and THM, is that anyone on the board or staff?
The staff.
Staff. Okay, cool.
A minute. Let me see if I can't get a hold of Mr. Baker because we have. Let me see if I can't find him real quick.
Well, either way, that means that we do not have a quorum today. So we're going to have a brief agenda. We cannot take any board action on any items. So we're going to just continue here with a deputy director's report. Mr. Mock, if you have anything you want to share with the group today.
Would you like me to go now?
Sure.
Okay. Good morning, Madam Chair, fellow board members, and MLRB DRMS team. Tim Mock, Deputy Director for the Department of Natural Resources. A couple updates here. On November 1st, Governor Polis released his budget for the 25-26 year, and while many state agencies have faced significant budget cuts due to the state's $900 million shortfall, we're happy to report that thanks to previous work by Parks and Wildlife and DNR to secure new funding through passage of the Keep Colorado Wild Pass and Future Generations Act, CPW is poised to make some significant new investments into our state park system this year. And otherwise, DNR is coming out a little less unscathed than other departments here. A few notable highlights. We've got $20 million to improve infrastructure and facilities on state wildlife areas and parks and wildlife offices to help improve wetland habitat and hunting opportunities at state wildlife areas, support shooting ranges, and maintain dams. $19.5 million for infrastructure projects at state parks. $1.3 million in funding generated through the Keep Colorado Wild Pass to meet the growing demand for the Outdoor Equity Grant Program. 35 Colorado Park staff positions, associated operating and maintenance dollars funded by Keep Colorado Wild revenue. 12 Colorado Parks and Wildlife staff positions focused on wildlife management, habitat conservation, wildlife conflict resolution. And then while the bulk of the Keep Colorado Wild funding was designed to be used to support the operations, maintenance, and expansion of our world-class park system, $1 million in revenue is directed to support the Colorado Avalanche Information Center, and $2.5 million is directed to the backcountry search and rescue. Additionally, there is $1.8 million in Keep Colorado Wild spillover in the Parks and Outdoor Recreation Cash Fund and $1.8 million in the Wildlife Cash Fund. This is the first year we received the Keep Colorado Wild Pass spillover. The spillover will support the Outdoor Equity program to increase the work, which may include wolverine reintroduction, the State Wildlife Action Plan, and protecting invertebrates and rare plants. Spillover to parks will support the Outdoor Equity program, increase infrastructure improvements at Fisher State Park in particular. On the federal side here, the Bureau of Land Management released the final Greater Sage Grouse Resource Management Plan amendment, which we applauded, which will advance needed conservation measures across the West to sustain healthy populations of grouse. We also expect the Biden administration to finalize several other outstanding plans in the coming weeks, including the BLM's Uncompahgre RMPA, the Western Solar Plan, and the U.S. Forest Service's Old Growth Plan Amendment. And then there are 2 endangered fish recovery programs that work to recover threatened and endangered fish species found only in the Colorado River Basin and the San Juan River Basin, protecting some of Colorado's native fish, including the humpback chub, razorback sucker, bonnytail, and Colorado pike minnow. The program is also designed to provide Endangered Species Act compliance for water development projects to proceed across the basin. The two programs collectively provide ESA compliance for over 2,500 water projects. The State Land Board is currently in the process of recruiting for the new biodiversity program staff members, which were approved at the legislature last year. We expect these new staff members to help scale up the State Land Board's work to advance wildlife conservation measures. And following the Parks and Wildlife Commission action in October to approve a 50-year beneficial use agreement, which governs the management of more than 8,000 acres of State Land Board lands managed as state parks. The State Land Board followed suit, approving this longer-term agreement to ensure these parklands continue to be managed as parks for decades to come. On the forestry side, the COSWAP program, Colorado Strategic Wildlife Action Program, just closed the third round of workforce development grants, receiving 2 applications for Youth Conservation Corps on State Land Board land. And then COSWAP's 2024 Landscape Resilient Investment Program is partnering with CWCB's Wildfire Ready Watersheds Program, seeking cross-boundary forest health projects that directly impact critical water infrastructure or high-priority sub-watersheds. 6 entities have been invited to apply. Staff will have awards at the beginning of the calendar year 2025. And that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any questions from the board for Mr. Mock? A lot going on. I'm glad to hear that CPW and DNR is mostly continuing to stay well funded. Just for the record, I want to note that Commissioner Bill Baker has also joined, just from an attendance perspective. And Bill, we can't do any board action today. We don't have a quorum, so we're just doing director's reports, and then we'll adjourn. So let's hear from Michael Cunningham.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Michael Cunningham with the Division Director's Report. It's great to see everyone virtually today. We've been incredibly busy. Last week, the Inactive Minds Program's Advisory Council gathered for the fall meeting in Golden. This includes representatives from the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, Colorado Division of Agriculture, Boulder County Trout Unlimited, Western Small Miners Association, Newmont Corporation, and Trapper Mining, Inc. attended that meeting. At this fall meeting, the Inactive Minds Program presents on projects for the upcoming year. They presented on 12 projects to be completed in 2025. Total cost of those projects would be $1,316,000. These projects will be funded through the Surface Mining Control and Reclamation Act and partner contributions. So incredibly excited to see the list of projects on slate for next year with our Inactive Minds Program. Additionally, the Inactive Minds Program issued a request for proposal for water treatment plant services at the Schwarzwälder mine on November 6th. We put it back out to bid. That deadline will be closing on January 17th, 2025. Once we have a new contractor on board, we will make amendments to our Colorado discharge permit and our radioactive materials license, and we expect to resume water treatment activities in April of next year. I am also pleased to announce we had a promotion. Rachel Nicholas was promoted to Senior Project Manager of the Front Range team for the Inactive Minds Program. This position primarily exists to supervise the Front Range Interdisciplinary Mine Reclamation Team in the development and management of mine reclamation projects to eliminate hazards and mitigate environmental damage. Rachel was previously the administrator of our Mine Subsidence Protection Program, and we will be looking to fill that here in the near future. Congratulations to Rachel on that excellent promotion. Also last week, DRMS management team conducted a full day strategic planning session. We developed a 1, 3, and 5-year plan with initial project implementation to begin in 2025. We worked with Government Performance Solutions to facilitate the strategic planning session, and we also utilized an internal survey from our staff to help guide us in developing these plans. So I just want to commend and thank all of staff for their engagement in that. I think we've got a really good plan, and we're looking forward to rolling on that next year. Additionally, on November 5th, Minerals Program Director Russ Means hosted the first of 3 public notice forums to explore ways to modify and/or modernize requirements and methods for public notice procedures regarding new applications and amendments for reclamation permits in both hard rock and construction materials operations. That we had some great attendance on that first public notice forum with representatives from La Plata County, mining industry, as well as consultants attending. The next public notice forum is scheduled for January 22nd, with the third and final one occurring on April 23rd. And last but not least, I am excited to announce that Mr. Doug Oren has been selected to fill the conservation seat left vacant by Mr. Patrick Ortiz. Mr. Oren currently works as a project manager for Ducks Unlimited. He's had an outstanding career in wildlife conservation that is focused on addressing wildlife habitat sustainability and related land management issues. So we're incredibly excited to welcome Mr. Oren to the board and anticipate he'll be joining us next month. And with that, that concludes my director's report. I'm happy to take any questions from the board.
That's great news. Thank you. Any questions or discussion, Bill?
Yeah, Michael, do you have an update on the situation in Cripple Creek?
On the Molly Kathleen mine?
Yes.
What I can share right now is we're aware that Teller County Sheriff's Department is at or near the end of their investigation. And so we will be looking forward to reviewing their findings. And once they have completed that, OSHA will move forward on their piece. Once we have both of those reports available, we will move forward with conducting a full compliance assessment of the mine. Our strategy has been to wait to allow those investigations to run their course so that we're not interfering with those in any way. And so that's presently where we're at on that, and I'll be sharing future updates as they become available.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, thank you both. All right, well, with that, we will adjourn until the December meeting. I'm sure we'll get some information about that agenda and agenda items there. And appreciate you all being here this morning, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.